Hello and welcome to today's stream. We're gonna be working more on our model. We will be finishing the outfit today. And then starting on hair. Not gonna put a maybe there. We are gonna finish the outfit today. And so, I will start by saying, like last time, it may look like I'm looking up slightly. That's because of where I have my camera placed. I think it's just something I'll have to deal with. Because since I know for a fact I'm going to be looking at my drawing tablet the entire time, bring my camera down. For some reason, it likes to think I'm looking up. It probably has something to do with my model itself and not the camera, but you know, figured I would just say that. Okie dokie. Let me now. Everything's opened up. Yep. Now, swap on over. Oh, I will say I made just... You know, how well can you really even see it? Enough. Just a short little, drawing tablet asset. Because I thought, why not? So that. Me. And my buttons. Where does everyone? Okay. Did the music stop when I went silent? Is that really what happened? Of course. I go silent and it's like, oh, there'll be music. There won't be pure silence. And then the music, it's in between a switching of songs where apparently there's silence. Okay. Fix my cord. So, here's where we're at on our outfit. We'll end up needing to add skills of sorts and things and all of that. But basically the outfit itself is kind of done. Some final touch-ups we're going to do here. We're going to actually not make it look like it's just socks. And then probably add some details here. Other than that, I think I planned it out basically. Oh, and then we'll fix this and I'll show what I was talking about with this. And so, I actually don't know what it's going to put when I click over here. Oh, thanks. See. Okay, so tops. That's where I have it made. Edit texture. Please. There we go. Okay. And then here, a reminder, I'll probably be repeating some things from previous streams. Just be aware of that. Now swap through all of our stuff here. That's the reason why I said it, because I know I said that already. But, so this was done. And so, we're gonna, I think, I have the idea while we're here to be able to take the jacket on and off. I'm going to show both, and we're going to do that. Hello. First, we're going to start with we just have this. Yeah, I called this one undershirt. This is the one we're going to mess with. I think, though, actually what we're going to do, I want to take, is that already off, or was that, what was that? Oh, that's the collar. Okay. The shadows. We want to be, there we go, here, there we go. We're going to start with this one. We're going to make the look of this one. As I said before, it's going to be a very rough look. It's not going to be super polished. You're making your own. You can spend as much time as possible. I could spend an entire stream just doing one part of the outfit, like polishing it. No, that's not what we're doing. We're going to start with this shirt, which is for what I said, wanting to be able to toggle the coat off, or the cape thing, coat. Yes, there's sleeves, so it is a coat, not just a cape. But, because then what we can do is I can then, we can do this one. I can then export it and then re-import it here into the top one. And then it's the exact same thing. You're not having to worry about recreating it or anything. We're going to start here, and those are just our lines. Yes, they are the lines. I want to duplicate this one. And I'm going to just rename this with just like one or something. Just so I can keep track of what's what. You can go through, name them legit. I sometimes do. Sometimes it's just a number. And what we'll do here is I want to turn that off. I want to alpha lock you. Because then I don't have to worry about drawing outside of the bounds we've made. We're going to start with... So, we're going to go white for the top, right? We could go... Let's make my brush bigger. Go fully big. A pure white. This. Let me actually... Which works. What the fuck caused that? I don't know what caused it all the black. See? Go pure white. I'll have to go to the back and it works. Or take it. You can go slightly. No, we want to go one gray. Tiniest bit of gray. Let's see. Nope, that's still too. Zoom in. Make the brush actually smaller. Over to sleeve. It should be easier. Can barely see it. But I just go like this. I'm gonna look up the hex code for what I'm wanting. Pure white's fine, but pure white can be very bright. That's what I'm trying to get at. If you will go just a very light gray, it still will look white in comparison to everything, and it won't be like, oh my goodness, blinding. Okay, can I get a code for this? No, that's not as easy. And my drawing program takes a little bit to load up, and so we're just gonna try to get here. There's that. So let's try the egg that it keeps bouncing back between. There we go. Yeah, it helps add some depth. It's not like a cutout. Yeah. Because it also allows you to, you go pure white, it's hard to add more like highlights to it. Say you wanted to add highlights. I don't always add highlights to clothing unless it's a shiny material. But you go pure white, you can't go any lighter. See? There we go. You can see it a little bit better. See how this still looks white? But it is not as bright as that. Hello. That is what I think we're going to go with. Always make it, I think, a little lighter. Let me put the the symmetry back on. Go back like this. Please. Let's everything go. Now, yeah. There you go. Now it's going to let me. You know what would be easier? So, do this. Ready? I have to remember, what do? I have to hold down, then move? No, or is it this way? It's that one. Is if you color it all here first. To go back for your necklines on this, because it can look odd. What I may do, actually, sometimes I like doing this, is when I'm going between colors that are very similar, like the pure white I showed you to that light gray, I will actually go over to all of it and I'll make it all bright red. And then I will grab the color I want. Like this. And then I will go over it. just to make sure I don't miss any spots. You see now, since you don't see any red spots here, you got them all. But beforehand, if you had the white and all that, since they're similar enough, if you had like a spot of white still, it'd be hard to see it. You also don't need to do that, but that's what I like to do to make sure. So see, that this shirt still white, but it is not the stark white it was beforehand. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to... I will duplicate this layer again. I'm only duplicating this again. Will I duplicate it again? Actually, no. No, we won't. Sometimes I like duplicating a layer again. Like the base layer again. So I can draw and all that and do the stuff here. And for whatever reason, I'm like, oh no, I really fucked this up. I still have that base layer to go back to. But we're not adding any more details. The shape is all the same. And so you should be able to just change it all back to color. And since we know our hex code for this, you're all fine. I suggest when doing any of this, you know the colors that you're using. If you do one with this color wheel and you do it, and then you need to you messed up, you either have to find a spot that is still the pure color and eyedrop it, or hope you get it close enough again. And so... yeah, but I'm going to lower the opacity on these lines to about that. Are you going to add shirts to this model or pants? I think we're going to go with these pants here, like this, that tuck in underneath it. And that will go into these tall boots. Because we have this. Obviously, it'll look better when not on this one. But it adds that, like, swoopiness. If we went for a skirt, it would have to, or anything like that, it would have to be longer than that. And so, you could make it work, but I think I would have to bring this out even more because it's very close. You would almost need, like, almost a pin straight, like, and then that then goes out. Somewhat. So you see my cursor here. Not here, though. Yeah. So for this one, I'm not going to. So there, our lines are now there. We have our symmetrical tool, or symmetry tool. I keep calling it a symmetrical tool. And for this, our shirt's gonna be symmetrical. So we shouldn't need to do anything, like anything we want to try to get it to match. Just have it fully. Yeah, let's see. What do I want to go? So that's a little bit gray. What is this? F5. Let's make this smaller, and I want to see how does this look. I want it a little darker than that. Try the F3 that I was trying to do. And how does this look? And I think that works for... Don't want to take away from the fact that it is white. Or at least for this, I don't want to take away from the fact that it's white. And so... that is F3. And so since... what you could also do, if you wanted to, is make another layer to go over the top of this. And so you can then do it in these... a bright color or something, and then recolor it afterwards. So you then don't have to worry about having to the ability to not be able to erase. But I don't always like doing that on this one because you can't then combine layers. You'd have to export them all out and then combine them if you wanted to. If I was doing this outside of Vroid, I would do that. But that's way too thick. Here and go 10. this down. I want the layer lines underneath. Can't be underneath. Alright, so I want these even lower. The opacity to be opacity 5. There we go. Now you can just barely see it. 1 second. I need to move my camera as it's blocking too much of my chat. There we go. Let me now fix the way it's seeing me. There we go. Okay. See, dots on the collar would also look good if you add the back of the shirt too. And is the theme Buccaneer? There's not really a theme. I think we've ended up at some weird vampire-ness without meaning to, but yeah, other details wouldn't be bad. Just some of these details I want to make sure don't clash with this. I guess something could go here. Or even something could technically go here. But, you know. Hide this now back. Let's finish the shirt and then we'll get back to it. Good. So this. And then I'll repeat again that this polished looking thing, as more details can very much be added. I think I may do this color on the like collar. Well, like this. And like this colors could actually be an even darker color if I wanted them to be. Thinking about it. Actually do that, I think. I like that actually better. See when it starts seeing this middle line. Go. Middle line now. Need to look at the bottom. There we go. Allows this then to come here. Like sleeves. Probably want to take your time making sure you get a unless you like really understand where how the oh my god, the texture thing, the flat texture like maps on. I don't. Oh, there's white spots here. Off and then this must be the issues then. That's it. Hidden, and so let's get back to the sleeve, and I want to just kind of still on the eraser. If you have it alpha locked, so the lock going on, or you click your toggle alpha lock, use the eraser, it's going to just paint it black. I actually want that thinner, I think. Let's go 5 for those. Yeah. Yeah, I want to try to keep it on the sleeve. Could have this completely like in like a complete pattern. Some of sleeves are done in a natural pattern. See, look, right here, you see, here's the actual line. Go like this. We're going to eyedrop this. Make this brush a little bigger. Smaller. There we go. Then we will come back to that. Nope, that's not the right color. Oh, that's it. I get it without it going to the body. There we go. A little bit. See, now that's the full sleeve. I can come, I can hide that. So, see, now these lines look like it's more puffed to the sleeve. Technically, you can add like a shoulder seam here. I wanted to add a little bit of that there. I don't want any of that. Is there any lace designs for the sleeves? We could try. Could try that as if it had like the wrist flare cuffs. Oh my god, cuff flares. I think for now, we're just gonna do this. Because lace designs are very complicated. But we may add something to the neck. But there's an actual accessory tab that we'll get to. And we'll look there. I haven't played much with that one, really. And so... see, there's... we'll leave this like this for now, I guess. I'll try going... darker. Let's go. Go. There we go. Want to then add this dark. You know what, actually? This one here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do it on the model. It's gonna be this one could be done on the thing. Because it is the outside, may get random white spots that look odd. And you could technically go through and brush and get... I think this is fine. There. And how I get it even enough like this is I'm just following this, the edge of it. My brush... I make like half the size of the brush, the size you want it. Kind of follow this line as best as you can. There, and then I want to... okay. I think I can get this without drawing on the arm. Yep. There you go. Just a little bit there. I probably could have gone darker, or you could go probably with a completely separate color. You can have like an accent color there. Could have even probably been like the gold or something. I think just for this, we'll leave it that way. Then... oh wow, look how fantastic that looks right there. I'm going to really fix that. Let's come here. Alpha lock. Actually, click the alpha lock. There we go. Lock again. Let's go back to the color we were using. Was it F? Is that the color we were using? Yes. That's how I check if I'm using the right color. I just kind of make a line through it like that. These are very hard to zoom in on. This way around. Okay. So there's our lines. So. Lines here. And what you could do as well for the skin layer is that, because they do have the collarbone, you can have it show. See on my model, I have them showing. We'd have to go back over to the skin layer to do that. Okay, so there's what we're going to go with for the shirt for now. So what I will then do, I'm going to export it. I pre-made a folder so I can keep everything together. This is just... save. Then you can come over here. I will... those are all hidden. I will just make a new layer. I'll actually hide this so we can see it come in. So import the shirt. So now both of these have the exact same shirt. I can come up here to this one and have, okay, alpha lock is turned off here, so it doesn't clip in through. Oh, I pressed buttons on my tablet without meaning to. There we go. This is what I wanted. I turned it off a scroll wheel by mistake. Good. You know, I'm not trying to show off my other model stuff. But yes. So all of my stuff is very separate from everything. But very creative naming thing. The folder is literally just called Stream Model, because this model doesn't have a name. But yes. Oh, you may have noticed too. I did go through and I cut out the part where I accidentally showed crap the last stream. I fully went through and I cut it out. Wait, you see this part right here? This is where two textures combine. So this is like the center back of the shirt. And so you have to go onto the actual texture over here. Get it? See? Now that's all erased there. In reality, what I can do technically is I can actually probably actually get rid of the entire sleeve. You know what? I'm gonna actually just entire sleeve. We're gonna go like that. Just to make sure. Actually, I don't need that line. Just come here, and I'm going to actually just erase this entire sleeve. Not get the other part. Okay. Remember what buttons to click. Sometimes it helps. Okay, now I can make the brush bigger. Make it easier to erase everything. So then, there's no clipping here. Could technically erase some of this, or even the back. I may come through, and I may... Oh, what is this? This must actually be where the back is. What I may do then, actually, I may come here and erase like that. Where over here is that? There we go. That should be the entire center back. Where is that? That. Is it here? Do I have a white spot here? It doesn't look like there's a white spot here. White spot coming. Where's that hitting? That is the arm. 100% the arm. Oh, that's not the eraser. I don't know where that white spot is coming from. Just back over here. Okay. Press the buttons in the right order. Eventually I'll get it. Bother me now. I know that out. The hell it's from. That be from? Is that like skin clipping through it? Is it not actually white? Is it skin colored? Maybe? Ah, that may be actually skin color. Okay. Maybe skin. We'll have to... We're gonna go to the skin mask next. Oh my goodness. So. We'll actually do that right now. So, I will actually... I'm going to hide this. I know which. What number did I press? There we go. So, come here. That matters. Come over to skin mask. You will get pure black. And we want to now skin mask. What it does is anything that on this layer right here, so that it's all white, gets covered over in black, will become transparent. So if I come here and I just draw like this, no more skin. It becomes transparent. So it stops the skin clipping through. So if I come here, this, and what I typically do, you don't need to do, is because when you export it, the skin mask, all of them merge together. Technically, you can do a skin mask on every single category of clothing. I, just to make it easier, will only do it on one. So like this, I don't plan on having any of these other ones come off. Technically, you can get all of that and then have all of this also just like covered up. Like, and I'll do that all in one layer. Or one category. Because it's easier. Please let me move. There we go. Just to get rid of the entire arm. I'll come back and zoom in to right here. My brush is quite big. There we go. I'm going to now come over here and see. See, look, you can see it clipping through here. So I actually want this arm to actually stay a bit. So we're going to go back to white and we're going to go like this. Like this, actually. Just to make sure. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You'll probably never be looking in this much at your model. But this is just to make sure at angles you don't see the inside of the shirt instead of an arm. That should be fine. And then going to... Okay. Please. I should just use my keyboard instead of trying to use my drawing tablet with buttons. Just drawing tablet. Where is this? Kind of go like... We'll just kind of do this then. Could technically go higher, and you probably don't need to do all of this here, as parts of it won't clip. Like these back shoulder blades will. That's where I think the stuff is. All that, and so kind of blocking out the entire area. Now, let's see. So that be fine. I may back over here. If I can take that one. This. See, there's where things have started to go invisible. I will just kind of over here too. That's fine. Technically, I could erase all of this here too. But it's probably fine. I will show how to check it later. And then we'll come back and deal with it. Here, these are the feet, and so these can be on over. Make sure we don't get the head. I'll get all of the legs. The legs very much do clip. Let's say you want to toggle between on the legs like shorts and just like normal length pants. You then would want to not do the entire leg. Basically only do the skin mask for the, if you're switching between outfits or whatever things, or whichever one is showing the most amount of your skin. Because I can't, if I draw it here, I then can't make that reappear. I would have to undo it on the skin mask. And this is just so it's one silent big old blob because I just want it to be. Like, there we go. I think that's fine. Look at that. Let's see if I now come over here. And I put back off. On, yeah. There it goes. Oops. There goes the spot that's sticking up here. That was indeed a part of the shoulder. Hello. Oh, let me now put the right one back on. You see there? Here's our skin mask for all of that. Over here to pants. These don't really... Since I'm gonna do these in multiple layers just because I'm not needing to do the multiple like I was saying. Go back over to 10. How does this black look? No, I want the black to be lighter. How about this? Oh, that's lighter than what the pants are. Or like this. Then technically, if you wanted, you could have a seam here. I actually don't know if I like that seam. Is there any place here I would actually want a seam? Technically, there is a seam here on pants. But like, that's just a little odd looking. Maybe it needs to be a little lighter. What are you? That is 333. Let's come here and go. How's that? Nope. Okay, so if it's V3, let's have a... That is very light in comparison. See, what are we making? I am making a model to show how to do it. See, this is a fine color. We'll use that as a seam. It's a very thick seam. Off, and so the shirt will look weird for now because it's not swapping back and forth, as you can see. And I think those white parts are part of the shoes. Down here, do this seam. That seam does indeed come through. We'll do a side seam as well. Oops, I'm drawing on finger. That is a bodysuit. There's our side seam. You'd probably... Let's see. I just want to... How this look. What is this? Is this a texture brush? I've actually never used this brush. I don't know what that is. But you then can texture it and all that. But yeah. Perfect, I'm learning to learn. Well, I hope this can help you. I'll start with saying is that what I'm doing here is not going to be the most polished model, as I'm just focusing on showing things. And if you end up doing anything of yourself, you can spend as long as you want on all of that. All of the stuff I'm doing here is, for the most part, I actually have one thing, but for the most part is all inside Vroid. You can obviously export everything out and do it on like a drawing program if you have it or anything like that. Just for this like unpolished model, it is all in Vroid. Okay, I will actually delete this layer because this layer does not need to be there. But we'll keep those seams for now. I actually don't mind the lack of texture on them, since they kind of just are meant to just go under everything. They don't need to be the most standout-ish. Go back over to the shoes. I want to figure out things here. So what did I do for the... Rename it that name, because that is a long freaking name. Alpha Lock You. And then what was I doing? It was FA. Yeah, that looks like it. Come over here and do it here. Full brush. Oh, I'm still in the textured brush. Get it off the texture brush. There's that, and then what was it? It was going... Just making these match the, top. Shoes. Actually, this probably... We're gonna see how we're gonna do this. Going around the legs can be interesting. You're kind of gonna have to, like, flop back and forth between the two legs. So, you know, watch and see how sideways I turn my head. Try not to draw on the other boot. Oh, can I get it all the way around without having to switch legs? Hey, look at that. They're not high enough. If they're all the way up here and, like, very close to top thigh, that's really hard to do. Here we go. That actually could probably be thicker, but I can actually make them thicker here instead. Make the... I go like this. Does it make the, there we go, the guide reappear. Sometimes when, swapping between the different stuff and all that, the guide will, like, go away. I think typically if you just switch between layers, it will come back. But since there's only one layer, I had to add a layer to make it come back. See, but I want to make this bigger, and because now that I've dealt with making sure that there aren't any white spots on the top of it, I can come here and do that. This even thicker. And see how that looks? Maybe I will keep it thicker here. I don't know. Vroid's weird like that. One of their quirks. Guess I'll do it here then. Make sure. Round. There we go. There we go. Much thicker line. And then I want to add heel. So I want to come to shoes. I'm trying to think what kind of... Like, I want there to be just a bottom of the shoe. I think we'll probably just go here. This is what I did for mine. FA. There we go. Really big. There we go. Now they match. But what I will do now is I will actually come here. You know what, actually? I want to come here and I want to make this a different color. Then I can see this. You see how the weird clipping is happening? That is because these are smaller than what it's making the thing for the bodysuit. So now come here. Want to first, I think, un-alpha lock it so I can erase things. Turn my thing down. If I get rid of the bottom of the foot, see? Okay, I want it to come into the shoe, so I'll be able to just come here to this button here, which will take it to our parameters. If I can find... Okay, here's the feet. I think add heel is what I want to make it, to turn it down. So heel all the way. Round the feet, no. Want the... No, stretch feet, no. It would probably be here, but I want to go... So what you can also do is you can go into the negatives. I want to go try negative 50 for that. Kind of. Let's go negative 100. The feet back. 1 second, sorry. My OBS said it was messing up, and I'm wanting to now make sure that I'm not losing stream. Weird, the stream froze for a minute? Okay. I'm gonna actually open Studios and make sure. That is so odd. That has to be on OBS's end. Because I have nothing on my YouTube dashboard that's saying anything wrong. I never lost, like, Wi-Fi or anything. It just for whatever reason, it literally, OBS doesn't even say I've dropped frames. It just, for some reason, just decided to be stupid. Well, everything looks like it's fine now. Like, seeing that scares me for a second, because before I got my computer connected through Ethernet, I had such bad internet issues. And so I would see that a whole bunch. And so I'm like, is it happening again? What is going on? No? Alright, so here is, I want to go white, and then I want to re-get the feet, is what I was saying. We're just going to kind of go like this. This is another layer. We will just delete it when we're done. Just so when I erase things, see how I can see the feet right here? Get off the skin mask. I'm going to come back here. Have this back. Why is it not letting me? Now? Absolutely not. Why would it? Oh, now this is because it's clipping into the skin. Okay, okay, okay. I see what's going on now. Now, back to parameters then. All the way down. What if I increase the heal a little bit? There we go. Just make that a flat 90. Easy number, easy number. Then I want to come back to eraser and too big. Re-click that. You can tell if you have parameters selected and on which one by the fact that that box will go blue. If I want that even less. How did I do this on mine? I do not remember having this much issues with it on mine. I almost want to open my... Wait, do you know what we're going to do real quick? Put that there. Overwrite. And I want to see how I did it on mine. Down to shoes. Oh, you can see the pants. So these, I wonder. Okay, okay. They skin. Let's edit text. That doesn't bodysuit. Can't see. Go. Doesn't need bodysuit. I just have the pants too much because they are going underneath the pants. Maybe because I'm trying to get them to go over the pants. Do I need to shrink the pants some? You know what? I'm gonna make my life very easy. Because this is basically the exact same kind of shoe. I'm going to close without saving because it doesn't matter. I'm going to actually hate these. Just and then here we go. So basically do the same thing, but instead of now watching me try to figure out how to get them all to work, I already have a pre-done one that I can look at. What is... Oh, there's that. There's the heel. I have nothing on that. Really? Guess I didn't have to worry about the pants clipping on mine because my model is wearing shorts. Oh, look, these are all the things that... Yeah, that was. This. Like, not doing it. No, I didn't really look at these parameters when I put on this one, because I thought it looked fine. Thigh gap. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. Flatten legs. There we go. Oh, look at that. Okay. That seems to go in, so it's basically now clipping here. What if I now come here then? Just... same parameter and just a little bigger? Legs. Jar. Okay. Come here and look at this. bad. That's 10. There we go. See, now that's over that. Woo! There we go. That works. And now I'll just go and change the color. Off parameters. Let's back to the colors we want it to. Oh, I did get the back side. Oh, there's no symmetry tool. Symmetry tool back. You can see it does clip through some things there, but it's not noticeable. We're just gonna go white like this. And then we'll put the signs here back on. I don't think it's... Maybe it's not as high as it was beforehand. I don't think my boots were as high as I made it, but I think it's fine. Saved me the trouble of having to try to figure out the parameters. I've done it once before. But yeah, whenever anyone else does this, just like play around with the parameters. See, this is where it's like, it's hard. There we go. I went through and I grabbed mine because I've done it once before. I was just kind of doing what I did once before, not taking into consideration that I had that it was playing with a different outfit. And so I was being like, what the fuck? And so I probably could have figured it out. You know? That's fine. This should be the bottom of the shoe. Let's kind of go like this. I don't want symmetry because this is not a symmetrical. Fine. Let's go like that. And I want... What is this? I will color this in because this is probably an inside thing. Can't see it now. Now what about you? Okay, you are definitely an inside thing probably as well. Could in reality too come and like do something like that. I don't think I want to, and I think I want to mess with the parameters more. But see, that's the bad thing about heels is there's not much parameter here, but let's see. I want it very chunky heel, but let's go even 25. Make it a little thicker. Our small little goblin. It's like what goblin vampire gremlin energy going on right here. Needs a little bit of height. So there's that. Put our cape back on. If I press the button. There we go. Let's see, there we are. So this is the outfit. I'm gonna call it done for this. Now, go overwrite. There you go. And we will then come and play with the neck accessory, I think? Maybe? You know what? I want to start on the hair, you know? So, I want to start with the hair. And so, I think that's what we're going to actually do. First, so actually, because I still have the note. Yeah, it's right there. I said at the other stream we would do, like, outfits and things or get the vibe. And then we would come back and, actually do the head of the mouth. And then never actually came back to do this. I still have the black square up. That's my bad, but fine for now. Yeah. Because we had that and I was like, oh wow, I don't think it matches anymore. I want to do a preset or do I want to put... Oh, see, look, it changes how the teeth are. Puts my teeth in it. Alright, let's go with this preset one. You know? I think it's fine. I guess technically we'll come in naturally change. I actually think I like one of these colors, so we're gonna kind of just take that. I'm gonna kind of make it one solid color. Make it on the top so I can see. I think I want to actually pinker. Go like this. A little darker. No, that is pale fucking pink. How about this? Yeah, okay, so this is a fine pink. Go the bottom of the tongue. And then I think I want the inside of the mouth to be that color. So we'll make it a little bigger. Now we can turn the symmetry tool on just to save us time. There we go. There's our mouth. And then for the tongue, what you can do, get the fuzzy tool, add just a little bit of shading to it. Let's get rid of the kind of add a bit of on the outside. And I may kind of not blur it together some. When you look in, kind of fades in. I think I want it a little actually. Like that. Then we'll come and blur it. Hello. And blur it now. There we go. What if I kind of... No. This. There we go. I think that's good enough. See? That a mouth. See how it kind of just fades into the back? And being a harsh line. Could also do, I guess, as well, another layer. Kinda. But still on blur. Get off of blur. Go like this. I'll blur it out. Click on blur. That. Then come here and lower the opacity. At 30. There, I can zoom in on the mouth. So there's a little bit more texture to the tongue. See? So there. I almost want to blur that. There we go. There's your tongue. Has a little bit more dimension to it. Because tongues technically do have that dip in the center. So I'll keep it on. Overwrite. Saved as new item. Got it. Yes. There's our mouth. Here. Back to neutral. I'll actually get to hair in a second. Let's actually go back here. Actually, no. Do I want to go here to... We'll actually mess with expressions at some point. Let's go A. Got some teeth. We can add the singular, front fang. Added the beauty mark to the eye. Yeah, I really liked it. And so it's like, now they have a beauty mark. See, I've been wanting to ask if it's okay. Why is your stream so quiet? My art ones tend to be more quiet. I think it's just kind of the nature of doing art like this versus like gaming. And so kind of what happens, I think. There's not much to scream about when it comes to Vroid. Well, depending on who you ask. No full shark teeth? Oh my goodness. You know, I mean, I have your, have my volume turned up to 20 to hear your streams. Are they just quiet in general? On my end, they don't seem to be quiet. I can't check that right now on, why. I can check that after, my stream, because I can't really check now. The volume-wise. But I will. See, I think... Okay, back to teeth. Imagine shark teeth. And just, like, little shark teeth. Sorry, doesn't... I like the shark teeth. But yeah. Actually write the volume thing down. Like, stick it to something. There we go. Hey, the shark teeth are some of the best. Have you tried combining them with vampire teeth? Oh, vampire shark teeth. Let's see. Okay. Oh my goodness, it just adds more teeth. Let's come like this. Oh my goodness, it just adds more teeth. Look at that. What is that at? So we have this. So 15. Yeah. And how many sticky notes do you have up? Not that many. You know? My memo pad is just a thing of really cheap sticky notes that I bought at some point. Let's see. On my desk, currently, there are 0. Over to where I move my stuff off my desk, so I can have my drawing tablet up and all that, there's a few. Just a few. And that's not counting the ones in my binder, but... I can be very forgetful at times, and so I just write things down to make sure I remember them. So, there's our teeth. The vampire and the shark teeth combination was a good thing. I don't know why the square is still up. It doesn't need to be. Look at that. Look at that. Okie dokie. They're so cute. Okay. While we're going on real quick, I'm going to save. Save some. Oh, you can't see the mouse as a blue loading circle. I have a Moleskine book that I like to put my sticky notes in. Yeah, I have. Where did I actually put it? It's right here. Because I have written down things for... Not technically this stream, but for what we're doing when we eventually get to it. I have a little A6 binder thing. I think it probably is like for like... I don't know what it's for. It came with a bunch of random things. Assume it's like maybe like money thing or whatever you use it A6 binder for. Like it has places for you to like put cards if you wanted and all that. But yeah. I have all of that, I have all that in. Good. For now, though, got distracted with things. Go to the hair. Or, what I wanted to show first, and all that, is horns. As I plan on putting horns on this. I want to show. I'll put horns and earrings on. we'll start with horns. I may do, actually. Let me throw stuff back to where I put it. Where's my phone? I did remember to take a photo of my sketch that I made for this. Did I remember to put it on my computer so I can put it on stream? I realized I didn't do that when I started stream, and I'm like, I could do it now. Or I could do it during it. Let's come here. Can I get this to... See how quickly I can do this. Let's see, while we do that, we're gonna go... that up. We're gonna start with the... No, because we're doing, we're gonna do horns. I would suggest putting them on one of these parts here. You can, in turn, put them here onto, like, front, back, any of this. You can even have it all together, all in one thing. Some people do. Some people prefer when they make hair. They, like, will just grab, like, they'll do it all on, like, the back or whatever. I like to still split it up. But that also allows me, too, if I wanted to, like, for, like, a holiday or something, do a different hairstyle but keep my bangs. Or, like, change up, like, the bangs but not the back and all that kind of stuff. So... you know. So, I'm going to do it here. Let's see. Do I have... Nope. We're going to go here on this one. I'm going to kind of come here and we're just going to create new. And we will click on edit hairstyle. And we'll come here. And I'll show what to do here. See my... So... the sketch should have downloaded. Give it 2 seconds. I forget that computers don't like the format in which iPhones take photos. It is the most annoying thing ever. It really is the most annoying thing ever. Save. So now in image. As I'm knocking things over, apparently. There we go. Oh, really big. You can see my lovely handwriting. Well. There we go. Not everything I said. We still need to do the eyes. That's what I keep forgetting, is I want to do these eyes. And we may go back and... I realized I had these in my sketch for these lips. And so see, here's... and also, this hair probably won't stay because when I had no idea what I was going to do for the outfit when I sketched it, I only had an idea for the hair. And that hair may not work super well with the tall collar. And so... So yeah, but these are the types of horns we're gonna try to do, and then we're gonna do let's see, the earrings here. I'm gonna show some dangly ones, and then I'm also going to show how to just like studs. Studs I don't think I really need to show. You just go onto your skin layer and you just kind of put a dot. I guess you could try to make them 3D with hair. Maybe we'll try that. And then the loops. You to see all my notes that I put for how I separated things and all that. But yeah. Now, hide that now. And continue on with this. I want to... that to apply. You want to kind of click off your main color and highlights because they'll try to overlay it on stuff. I think what I'm going to do I'm going to leave the default hair texture for now. And I'm also going to... So this is the default hair group. It gives you this weird, like, mesh to draw on top of. So what you can do here is you wanted to, you can draw... Oops, I grabbed a thing. I want brush. You can draw on top of it. It's so... Make your little piece stand up and it looks like that. For what we're doing, this is going to be a lot to work from. So I will just typically delete it and I will just add a freehand group. And it will just conform to that. I guess I should show what to do first. So this is a freehand group. This allows you to draw on it. You can take, if you come here to the selection, you can move all these tools around. You go to procedural hair group. It will give you a bit of hair like this, all connected. You'll come here to parameters and you can change how many are together. Let me come here to procedural group. These give the length, the position, how many, the intervals, how spaced out, where on the Z-axis it is, on the X-axis, hair count, see how many more, hairline, intensity, that kind of stuff. As you just kind of change all of that. I keep going with this. I'm going to get like Final Fantasy characters going on here, or the one Legend of Zelda character. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but yeah, I don't normally work with those, but you can do stuff with them. I guess also if you need to maybe fill out like the back of a hair, it may be easier than trying to do it all individually. I just like using a freehand group because I just get more control over it. Because I can draw hair and then go here to the control points. You can click on it and then you can literally change it to however you see fit. But I'll get into control points in a second. What we're going to do is, so we're wanting a horn. What I'm going to actually do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to turn off the fit to head. No, I want the offset still and the height. But so you have fit to head, right? This is fit to head Z. So it basically conforms to like the nose and the back of the head. You have the fit to head X, which conforms it this way. I think it's trying to go around the clothes by the looks of it. Maybe the ears. But yeah. But because we're wanting horns, we're going to go like this. And I also suggest too, if you're wanting horns or anything like that, that hair would technically have to go around. Do that first and then put your hair over top of it. Because it would suck to make your whole hairstyle and then be like, well, actually I want a horn to come here, but all the hair is starting from here. And so what am I doing with this, you know? So we're going to start with this horn. So I want it to come. And then you can also symmetrical. You can do the symmetry tool here as well. And they will move together. Or you can go like this. And it will only move the point you're doing. But all these points in like this row are connected in terms of height. You move it up, all those ones are going to move up and down. They're just not going to move in terms of how away from the head. See, this one will go, but if you move it down here, it's still out. I want to start by moving, I think, these in. Bring it out a little, because I kind of want these to be a little bit thick. Oh, and then you can come over to, let me make sure I explain it. This is the move tool. This allows you to take these points, move it up, down, like that. Let's come. A rotate tool rotates it. And a resize in any direction. Say you like the way this shape turned out, but like it's too far away from the head. You just kind of go like this, and it will bring it a little closer. Deselect that. Here, I think I actually do. Maybe I will actually use the move tool real quick because I want to bring it down just a little. Then you have to then click it again to deselect it. There. And I want the horn to come from. I'm doing symmetrical horns. So I want it to come here, and I kind of want it to start from the head. How's that? Let's kind of just here. I'm gonna go around the head. Maybe a little bulkier here and then thin out. Bring these just closer in. Down. There we go, like that. And I think I will leave the way it looks here, because you can always manipulate the this. The guy, oh my god, whatever this is, even after you put hair on it. Yeah, I can come put hair on it. Back to selection and still mess with it. I want to come here. Oh, and see what I've talked about beforehand of how all the textures for all the preset Vroid things are gray that then have colors put on them. That is the gray. So if I then come back here and I was like, I want it to put those on. There you go. I'm gonna get rid of that, and I want it to be, and for horns that are be a little bit more rigid, even for hair, is if you go super long, you see like that, you're gonna get a lot of freaking control points, you know? But if, say, went smaller, then had these control points, then you can still stretch out the hair. You don't have so many control points. You need to then roll. You can also, let me just get rid of this piece of hair. You also have this, which is called, what is it, retouch brush. If I have the brush and on this piece of hair say, you know, it turned out fine, but I want this curve to be a little different. I can just kind of come here and redo the curve. Let's go like this instead. See? That's how it looked beforehand, and then after. I don't always use that one because it can get a little chunky. I can end up looking, see, a little odd from where you start. Kind of just redo the entire head that way, and it would look fine. So, then before we draw the horn, let's come over here. Texture parameters we will deal with when we do the texture. We have hair parameters. We just draw a piece of hair. We have the width. Oh, you need to have the hair selected. If you don't have hair selected and you start changing those stuff, it will change for the next bit of hair you draw. But if you want to, say, change a pre-done thing, come here. See, this is positions. You can change it like that. I want width. Say I want them wider. Or you want it even thicker. Let's come here to this. So you can see thickness here. Coming thicker and all that. Probably easier to see on a different... with different ones down here, but I'll show that. Second, twist intensity so you can make them twist. You know? I turn that off there. Then twist placement. So you can do where it changes the twist from. I don't want any of those. And then smoothness. I will show this like by going. Please go away here. Here. And selection. Select this tool. And so for smoothness, you see how it kind of looks a little still like choppy almost here. Take the smoothness, bring it all the way up, and it smooths it. You bring the smoothness all the way down, like just at those control points. And so I like to bring it up for certain ones, and then for like hair, maybe you're just not seeing it very much. Say you're like you're not doing horns like this is, and you're just the underneath hair. You don't need the smoothness very great. But like for like maybe bangs or something like that, I like to take it and bring it really far up, just so it's like. Then if I deselect, you can see the difference between these two. Yeah, this one has a little bit more like angles almost, and this one has like very smooth angles. You're gonna get some of this here just because it's such a tight curve on a very thick piece of hair. As to say, actually, here, brush, and let's make a very thin one. You like that? But let's actually make a tight curl. You know? We come down to smoothness. We smooth it out again. And see how there's not really that weirdness from it being a tight curl. There's a little bit, see here and all that, but not as noticeable as these really thick ones. So we're gonna go like, gonna undo all this. And so I typically when I want it symmetrical, since you draw it and then try to do it, you'd have to do it for both hairs. I'll come here and mess with my parameters first. And then do that. Okay, let's now actually come down here. So actually we'll draw again because I forgot parts of it. Okay, let's go like this. Then you can see some of this. Grab, let's actually go cross section. This cross section is a diamond. We come down here. That's very hard to see. Let's see. What if I change that and zoom in? Go like this. You can slightly see that shape. Come here and I go triangle. It flattens it out. Bottomless triangle. There's now no... You can see right here. Go like this. Maybe. If I go back to diamond. See it like this. Bottomless triangle there. Then flat is... There's no like... It's like a piece of paper on it. And then... I don't know what these are for. Oh, you can't see them. See these. This over. There we go. Now you can see. So these here, these are called, where's my mouse? There we are. So these here, I don't actually know what these are for. I'm assuming based on the fact they say beta compatible, these were put here from when they switched from beta to alpha. And so people who still were working on things in beta or wanting to import their beta models into all of this could still use them and all that. And so I think they're just there. I think they're the exact same thing. They look like the exact same thing. And so I'm assuming that's what it is. But, you know, I don't know. And then that's your cross section. And then for your curve, you have two. You have fluffy and straight. Fluffy is this kind of look where it's wide here and then it goes and it tapers into a point. Straight is not. It still has a bit of the smaller into, let's zoom out some. But it's a flat end. Then you can come here and all these points. Oh, oops. I like doing this with a mouse instead of the pen because it's just easier to get a click on it. Then come here. Oh, these edge ones are annoying to try to grab. Second says, recognize my mouse now. This happens sometimes. I hate this. Sometimes it's an issue with my drawing tablet and all that being plugged in. Sometimes Vroid doesn't like to switch between my mouse and my pen. And it happens every once in a while. So I guess I'm showing you with my pen instead of my mouse. Is you can grab these points. You can drag them. See how it changes this. Bring them all the way to the top like this. You can even come here and if you click the what is this button? I have this button programmed too. Is it this one? Yes. You right click on the control points. I don't remember what I had my pin button programmed to. You can get rid of a point, and then if you click on the middle of a line, you got another point. That's why I like using my mouse more. Because I constantly will put, see like that? Like constantly putting new points in. It will allow me to right click with my mouse. Will it allow me to drag it now? There we go. Gotta fuck with things at some point. See how it goes weird like that and then really big. What I will do for horns, so it's a consistent small taper, is I will take it. I'll go like this, just to get our start width. And then I will come here and I'll mess with it in between. I want this actually to be a diamond crosshair. And then I think if we go like that, how far zoomed in can I get? Just a little bit. There, you can see our diamond a lot better. Then it goes like this. I typically will try to make it as thick as possible. You can also go past the sliders in both directions. So I don't know how negatives would work here. So it just does that. But yeah. Hairs. And let's try this. It's thickness up, width about the middle. Don't need no twists. Oh, then guide light parameters. That's this, which is the guide, what you're drawing on. Okay. For this first one, you'll have to go through and then let's see. And then here. Oh wow, look at that. That's kind of a mess. But now, ever since then, say you click off of it, you re-click on this, it then will make you try to... Oh, it actually... Sometimes it'll make you want to redo this. You can always then just re-click on a hair and draw from there, and you'll get the exact same settings that hair had. Like now, if I go here, I think it will make me... Oh, no, it didn't. I don't know what makes it want to do that, then. Make it not as wide. Not as thick. Because of the way I have this. Not down. Mouse. Nope. Watch it not use my mouse. Gotta love this shit. Gonna use my mouse now. There we go. Now it seems like you'll let me use my mouse. Go 50%. Like basically in the center. How does that look? A lot better. I think that. Let's look there. I think that's a good ratio, I think. I'm gonna kind of start with a weird shape like that. Then come here. Look how many points are here. I'm gonna bring this last point all the way down to where I want to end it. I'm gonna bring it in. I want to bring this point in like this. You see how it's being weird like this? So I want to bring... I still have my symmetry tool on. Let's turn that off. Bring this point in even more so it fully clips through. Back to control points. Bring this up. Bring it down so it's like that. Good. Why it's not. Typically, if I don't have the symmetry, probably what it is. Back here. And this back on. Now it should be, yep. So when you're doing control points, like this, as you saw me trying to figure out, these two hairs were drawn in symmetry. If I come here, re-click this, they will then move. Well, don't have it on, you're moving them individually. Oops. And if you go from the side, it's going to try to put it on the edge of the parameter, so kind of just Gotta go like this and hope. It'll be a little weird at first to get used to. Once you kind of get a hang of it, it's actually, I think it's that hard. I have too many controls here. I have too many. I actually don't. All this. Test how many control points are here. Oh, and I should mention too, as well, I'll end up going with these, that the touch brush will also add control points if you're to use it. Sometimes I'll use the retouch brush if I have this and I'm like, I just need a few more control points. I'll then use the retouch brush, make a line, and then get my extra control points that way. Why I didn't delete them off the bat is because I wanted to use the same hairline parameters, and so I wanted to still make sure I had them selected. We'll keep with these points here. Down. Well, if you wanted tiny horns, here's your tiny horns right here. I want the retouch brush. Add a few more control points. See how many more control points were added? Actually, maybe exactly as many as we had beforehand. Right here, I'm not trying to get it to line up well. I just kind of spin out the amount of points where they're at. Bring this up, actually. I want this actually more. Bring you back up. Probably a good spot for those horns to end. Now, figure out the kind of line I want these horns to go in. Okay. I want these to be very centered like that. Kind of going around the head a little bit. I may tweak the guide to force this horn to actually go in more. Let's actually do that right now. I want it to go. This to go in a ton like that. That should point the hair in more without actually having to touch it. Yep. Back to control points. I think that's a good shape for now. Let's now mess with these. So with this, you can obviously use the slider. I'll use the slider for a bit, and then I'll get an actual number because you have to go back and forth and do it for both of them. And so I will just use a legit number, as if they're not legit numbers. Just an easy number. You could have like a whole bunch of like, I guess you're not going to get fully like past multiple decimal points places here, but who knows? I think I want this to stay thicker, you know? And go, and so I think I want to add a decimal, not a decimal, I almost called it a decimal point. A point here and just kind of thicken this out, you know? You know, the bad part is that I actually can't add that over, you know? I want to redraw the horns. Sometimes you'll have to redraw things multiple times. Let's go here and try this. Like that. Oops. I want this to... There. My goodness. I hate the pen. You're gonna hear that a whole bunch. Please let me... try. Does this trick work here? If I do that and then go back over? There, it does. I need to just do that when I need to make a false point just so I can delete it with my pen. Basically force it to like my mouse again. You look at the difference here. I'll have to go and redraw the horns. Oh, when you're at the top of the head, it doesn't like to move as quickly as when you're like over here for some reason. See how slow that's moving? No idea why it does that. So just kind of go over, then move it, and then move up. Let me deselect from here. Obviously, I think I would want this to then to be thicker. If I come here though and I go wide, I can increase the width here. Increase the thickness. You're never going to be able to make these rounded, though. That's one thing you'll have to deal with, is that it'll always be kind of square. But that's either something you just add into the design of it, or easily hidden. And so, and technically I can make my smoothness go up. For now, I want to leave it at 20 it is at. Let me pop up this. How thick were these horns? Quite thick. Could I have my sketchbook actually on the desk with me? Maybe. Do I? No. Do a trick that I think will now work. There's a point. What the where did the line go? I've never had that happen before. I have no idea where that... Why is the line gone? That was so strange. I have no idea why the line disappeared. Yeah, I want it to be... Still want it to come to a point, though. Don't want it to be blunt at all, and so we're just gonna... Maybe I want this to taper in some, actually, like... Add another point here, just to round out that curve more. Allows me to still taper in quite a bit. Like that. See, there's that, and so I think I can actually 0.3. What I'll also do too is, because there are not more numbers afterwards, even with the slider there is, and so there's like, this will stay 0.3 even in a little bit of movement, so I'll just kind of go make it a flat 0.3 or 0.03 is what it is. See how it moves down even just more, like noticeably more, just so you more easily can get the same look. So there's that horn. See how that looks? I have to redraw them all, I think. Maybe I want to bring it actually in more. Realize, let's come here to... I can get you to go away. Want all just and more, and we will undo this, the symmetricalness of this. Maybe I will actually bring this one in, bring this out some. Come here. I think I need this to come over more here, but I think other than that, I think this works. See how that looks here? And so, yeah, I will, and delete that hair, leave this hair be, but I will actually hide it. Back to the brush. Symmetrical back on. And now with parameters that actually work, we can draw. There we go. And I'll leave this one hair here, just because I know I like the way it looks. Just in case for whatever reason I need it back. Now we have two. I kind of want it, I think, to line up with this eyebrow part. So like that, see? Kind of bring this over. come bring here. Brush touch up and kind of just do that. Adds just a few more points. I want to bring this down here. Here's this curve. See, look at that. Look at those horns right there. Just a little bit. There you go. That actually was a lot quicker than I thought. At the those down. It's not as far down as I had it before, but I think I like the curve of it and all that. Then what we can do? Let's go to the selection. You have your materials here. But both of these are the same material. So if I come here and click Edit Texture, down the hair texture. I will go. Let's go like about middle gray. Because it's all one big thing, you don't actually need to alpha lock it. Want to. Symmetry here is not going to be exactly what you want because the hair texture goes all the way around the hair. And so it's not going to be symmetry on like, make this smaller. So it's like here and here, that's not the symmetry. This and then like the underside. You can obviously do the symmetry and then there is a way to, on each hair, move. That's where the hair texture parameters were. Where that is. And you can do that. And for like, if you're doing your like actual hair, having that bit of variety is not bad. Going through and just every few ones, just switching where it is. Or like just moving it left or right just a little bit. Something like this. See, for horns though, I think what I want to do is I want it to be a brownish. Let's go very much into the orange. Like, that's a good color, I think. And we'll come here. Here's a good horn color. Let me another layer. We'll come to we'll just go that red. We'll go 50. How big is that? A little too big. Let's 5. Here we go. And what I will do is I will then sketch here. And as for like my sketch I have here, you can see, hold up, I have all these segments going on. So I will now be going through and drawing all these segments. Here. Segments will get smaller as it comes in. Closer. There, and I think I want one more right here. There we go. And then you can see the weirdness of how it all looks. These really long lines is because it's almost wrapping entirely around because it's so small and our brush was big enough that it was like, This is where you can see where the... I go on this one. Show you here. See where the weirdness comes. I think what I will do, though... I think I want to then just come here. I want to see if I just kind of draw... This is a line tool. Oh, this is like... has fade to it and all that. Does that work for the mouse? No, you don't get the taper that I do with this one. Like a chisel one. But let's go back here. I want to... I just kind of... Oh, well, if I just do these lines... You know what, actually, I want to make these lines even smaller. If I wrote 12 apparently. 15. Try to get these as much of a straight line as I can. How does this end up looking down here? That's actually not bad. With a design like this, it's actually... I guess this isn't too bad. You can see how it doesn't line up very well. A tip for this is this Vroid does not have a straight line tool. But like I think like any art program does. A free art program that I use is Krita. I should put in the descriptions because I keep mentioning it. And so you literally can just go there, use the line tool, make a straight line, and then if you hold shift while doing it, it will keep it complete. It won't be at any sort of angle. And so it then will all connect here. It'll be fine. See, GIMP has one, I think. I would assume. Most, I think, have those kinds of tools. Yeah, because the art programs I use is on my computer, I use Krita, and then on my iPad, I use Procreate. But I'm trying to re-get back into using Krita. I used to know, or like, could do enough on Krita, and then like, I don't know how many years ago, I got Procreate. And I haven't touched Krita in a while. But I'm trying to re-get back into it, because then I can do art stuff on that on stream. And not have to worry about trying to get my iPad all connected. But yeah, so here's this. Let me turn off this guide. So here's our segments. Let's now come here though. This. You know what, actually, what we'll do is we will actually go fully black. I will keep this here, go here, alpha lock you. Turn those black. And we can here and go with 20. You want it to stand out enough. Get our segments there. Oh, I forget. I keep trying. If you ever notice that I touch, like, I select a layer underneath one and then click add layer. I'm used to other programs where it will just add the layer above the one you have selected. Oops, not move up, move down. That's not how that works here. Okay, let's come here then. I want to add. See, what is this part? So that is that part. So I need to go above these lines if I want things. We're gonna do like the basic, a basic amount of shading. Weird that it doesn't work that way. It is weird, but it's not too bad. It's just an extra step that it's like, why? What actually I think I will do after this. About it. Actually, I want my symmetry tool back. You know what I could have done is I could have done my symmetry tool for the lines. See, look at that. I actually can't use symmetry tools now here. How am I wanting to do this? I'm going to redo the lines I've done. Go like this. I'm gonna eyedrop that color. Have our symmetry tool on. And then all black. And then try to get this back to 15. Try to. Then I guess that's the one thing is that the symmetry tool will allow this to line up. Won't be most straight of lines. You get to watch the get to watch every artist thing. 15 minutes of clicking the undo button for one line. Am I gonna do this? I go that way. A little bit better. Way better. further down we get, the more it gets weird. Will there be reacting streams? I don't know. You know? I don't really, I don't even really watch some of those things, and so I don't know. See. Well, the curse of Control Z. Control Z is the best and worst thing possible. There we go. Bring this up even more. The one thing that would make Vroid really great with some of this stuff is if they had a way you to turn the canvas. Because you had to watch me turn my head and do all that. Because the canvas doesn't turn. There we go. Look at that. And see over here? You can see now how all the lines meet up. Mostly. I actually don't know why it's not meeting up. It should. Symmetry tools. I don't know why it's not meeting up. But yeah. I love a stream dedicated to just chatting. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Granted, though, I know it probably can happen. We spent way too much time at the end of streams before chatting. Hire stream just to it? I don't know. But here we are. I clicked I grabbed the color because now this layer is completely opaque. Instead of this layer here, which had a which lower opacity, and so you could see the shadows that I was wanting to do underneath it. Now that the shadows are not underneath it, and it's completely symmetrical, I can grab the black. And come here. Oops. Click the buttons in the right order. Make it a little bigger. Oh, 20. See, look at this. Now, look at that. And then I will lower the opacity of this one just to create a shadow. Oops. I don't want that to go underneath the line. I want it to go above it. There. I should have the button I need move around with the model and the one to move on the texture, not next to each other. But it's how it's gonna be. And then underneath, I don't want it underneath. A little bit underneath over there, and I'll just go over, actually. Erase that. Here, now you can see that. If I now take this, I just 5, go 10. No. 7. I think with the one brush being so small, it doesn't actually have much feathering to it, which is, I think, what you need a little bit, unless you want to go for full, like cell shady kind of look. And that. There's our horns. See, what do you call it? An octopus with 10 tentacles. That's a good one. Okay. There's our horns and our very basic texture for them. And what I will do is you can actually come here and let's go 3 dots. Oh, and so you have these here, right? So you can duplicate a material, you can remove a material, and then rename it. You cannot remove a material if it is currently used on a thing. So see, so this texture is on these horns. So, you cannot remove it. But if I was to duplicate it, and that layer, that one then was not on anyone, you could then remove it. And so, a weird thing with Vroid, that sometimes it likes to duplicate your materials. And it will try to sometimes... And when it does duplicate the materials, depending on where and why... I don't know really what the why is. But I think it's in terms of saving your model with certain hairs, like, in use and all of that kind of stuff. So for, to say you have, what am I trying to go with? Different things. So, like, you have the back and the front. If they're using the same material, sometimes I've noticed they will try to, Vroid will just duplicate the material. But that material that will then be on, both of them will be on things. And you can end up with, say you only have like 2 materials you're using. You'll have like 15 down here. Because it'll keep saving and doing it and duplicating and all of that kind of stuff. You just gotta make sure when you go through and do this, very annoyingly, before you save your model, close out, all that kind of stuff, that your materials are all in the right one. If you notice that you're getting a whole bunch of them. Here, there's not anything here. But if I was to come back for whatever reason and see there are 2 horn materials, it's like, there shouldn't be 2 horn materials. It's like, it's like both of them can't be removed. It's like, oh, I should go make sure everything is using one of them so I can remove the other one. See? And so, I only say 15 because when making, like, the model you're seeing now, if I was to open it up, the material list is so freaking long because I didn't know it did that and I didn't pay enough attention, and so it was brought up and I'm like, I'm good. The hair's done. I'm fine. But, like, say you need to pay attention to it because you have a lot of different hair materials, it can get messy. And so for other ones, now I try to at least sometimes pay attention to it. Yes. Especially if you're using hair to make other things. So I have horns, make hair to make jewelry, so earrings and all that. You can use hair to make, like, capes and things like that. Or other, like, things around you and all that. And all would need different materials. And so. And then. I guess I can talk about it. Hopefully this doesn't get confusing. For, say you want to take Vroid out, once you take your model out of Vroid and you want to, like I've been talking about, toggle clothing. You can also toggle hair. But by toggling hair, you're just making the material invisible or not. So say you have multiple parts, like, say you have multiple hairstyles, but it's all the same, but you want it to be all the same hair material, like look all the same. Each part that you want to be toggleable needs to be a different hair material. Otherwise, if you try to do it, you're just going to turn off all your hair. And so, hopefully that wasn't too super confusing. But if that was too confusing, I plan on taking this model into Unity and showing that. And so wait until then. Hopefully it will get more clear. Hopefully. But yes, so here's our horns to start with. So, I put my black square up. Overwrite. And then so, what we will do now, that I guess I will show earrings. Do I want to show them in the side pieces? Yeah, we'll show them in side pieces. And with what I was saying with the toggling all of it, you can still make every single bit of your things all in one section over here if you just want to do all of it on a back hair. You can still do that and toggle all of it. They just need to be different materials. Now we'll edit hairstyle here. Get rid of that. And we will start with the like dangling earrings. Let's go here all the way down. What I will actually do is I will add a material. This. Turn off those. Now we'll just start by renaming it. Earrings. Then fit to head turn off. Why is that fit to head? It looks so weird. Is it because it's side pieces? I think it's probably because it's side pieces. But I want to... We'll just delete you, add you. There we go. Much better, much better. Then we'll turn the fit to head off. For earrings, we want them to be flat. And so I will just not move. I want to take the resize. Just kind of want to flatten it some. Actually, I don't need to move. And we'll come like this. Just kind of do this here. Doing it this way as well. I'll also, I guess I can do some of that too. Is you can also add, if you want to have it toggleable. This is all outside of Vroid, so this is not stuff you can do inside of Vroid. You can have, you know how different things pop up for different expressions. And so... But when I do end up... And again, if any of this gets confusing, when I go to fully export this, I will show everything that is only... You want it to only be in Vroid, and then I will go through and show everything for exporting it to take it and do more things with it. Let's see, we are here at... I think I want this to actually be moved forward some. Take the... Move it forward some. Want to be... I guess I could explain this some more. For a dangly earring, so it dangles from the ear, just want it to be flat. And so I do it flat like this, and then I line it up to where I want it to come from the ear. I actually kind of want... I want it to be on the front side. There we go. Here, see, that looks like... I need a bit more back. Look at this again. So see? There we go. So now we can come here. We can... So we'll do two. What you can do is you can have the shape of it be like the hair. So say you just wanted like a diamond or a teardrop or something. You can just do that and have it colored this way. Or what you can do is you can make the hair completely flat. Let's actually just get rid of all these points. Make the cross section flat. And then, how does this look? I want the material to change. I want the material to be this. I think I want it less wide. Less wide. Like this. You'll come here. What I'll do so it can be very straight is I'll make the tiniest freaking thing possible. Because then there's only 2 control points. Then I can have it come from here like this. You can have it come from the ear. Or like what I will do, that weird like floatiness, is I will, oops. You can see how it tried to go to the back because of the way I was doing it. Kind of dangle a little bit from the ear. So just like this. you can have it fully connect. And maybe we'll move it to fully connect. But we'll start with this. Leave that. And then you'll come over to this, the hair texture. Go erase. You go erase now, how you can see. Like this. Do you know what actually we're going to do? I'm going to take the cape off. So let's go like this. Overwrite. Outfit. Top. Just so we can see what we're doing at first. And then we can go through, put the top back on, and then make sure nothing's clipping and all that. So we're not having to like make the earring going like this. Now we go here, earrings. Oh, and just like clothing, you can come to and mess with any part of the hair all at one time. On the side. It just has to be selected. They know we want here, we want to edit texture. And then we will take the eraser. We will turn the symmetrical tool on. Fully erase it. I think what I will do is actually, I will actually put white like this so I can see where the earring is at least. So here, let's go bright red. Then you can actually come and draw directly on this. Go 5. Does stretch it out majorly. You see how the difference in shape here? I come. Kind of come. Make this a little bit bigger. Fill it in. Here. Then I can get rid of that. And now, there you go. Now you got some dangly earrings. Is it dangling weird on this side? Yeah, see, look, it's way too far forward from the ear. So now, if I wanted to, now that I just got an idea of that, I can take this, come here. I'm actually going to fully move it backwards. He's more into the ear now. See, that loop does not actually come out very much. So I actually want them, I think, more in. Is it just me or are those not... Those are not in the same part of the ear. That's fine. We can just individually... Let's see. If I turn symmetry back on, will it force it over? It doesn't. It seems like it's already thinking it's at the same point. So we'll just kind of... This. We're going to hope that it... correct enough. Oh, that's why it looks the way it does. Let's come back here. It's because here's the reason why it looks so far over to the left. Is because this earring not in the center. So this needs to be flipped for it to be. So I'll show you how textures work. Let's come here then. Select. I should be able to actually fix that. Texture offset. Other side. There we go. There's our texture offset. Now let's come back here. Get rid of this. Now they look like they're coming from the same spot. And then if you wanted to, I guess you could, if you wanted to, put a piece of hair through the ear to make it look like a 3D stud. Or you can go into like the face texture or something. Just add a little dot here for like a stud. And so, now in terms of earrings, that is the easiest one to get symmetrical. The next one I'm going to show, not so much. I'm going to show the like, ear cuff. I think first, though, I want to do more of this earring. I wanted to see how well this would look. I don't know how this is going to look at all. I was just drawing and doing things, and I made like a crystal, and I can't remember what I was doing afterwards. I'm like, you know what? I could put that onto the actual texture and see if it ends up working at all. We're gonna see. Oh, look at that. You can see how that looks. This is how you can get like a imported texture. See how it looks here? It's like, it's odd and not correct. So if we now come get rid of you can actually see where the offset is not actually like very symmetrical. Let's go like this some more. Nope. This actually a full, okay. That's actually full over. Okay. Now I want to come go with like this. Yeah, we can make that just one. There we go. And I think what I want to do is I want to keep it symmetrical. Come here, scroll points. I want to drag it down. It look longer. Up. There. I think I want it to... If you turn your head, you can actually tell that it's not on the ear. So let me grab this and I'll bring it over. There we go. That's better. It looks like it's actually on the ear. You can go underneath it and have it look like a free dangle without any chains. Then I think what I want to do is I want to come here. I want to make the width a little bit. Can I make it a little bit less? Can I go? Does this get bigger when I do this? It does indeed get bigger. Go 0.5. Oops. I'm moving. I didn't click this. I want to go 0.5. Ew. Go 0.75. I think I like that better, but I need to move the earring again. So we're gonna come here. 0.5. Then come to this and actually put back this way like that. Then come back here. Change the offset. Like this. This should be a little bit easier to see where it needs to go. Let's go up this way. Maybe a little. Let's go 0.90. No, not 0.90. 0.80. Oh, tiny little increments. 84. I think that looks fine. There we go. That is the most polished piece you're gonna get on this model. Does it match at all? No, it doesn't. Can I try to make it match? What? Let's see. Ready? Here's the example of what these main colors and all that do. If I now take this and I go main color, look at the way it changes it. Because it's putting a brown overlay over the top of it. Come here, make it more red, bring it all the way over here. This here is why all of the textures are in grayscale. Kind of this and kind of ready side brown. That or nah, I think I like the way it is, just like this. We'll just leave it like this. See, from like this angle, you can tell they're flat and all that. But trying to get the true 3D-ness on like an image like this is not gonna be the greatest. And because unless you want to try to maybe get this very evenly in this, like very even down the center and all that, you could try to make... Actually, no, that wouldn't work, would it? I was gonna say you can try to make the thickness off of flat, but since it's transparent, you're gonna see just two different images. Because it's just gonna be... Yeah, it'd be a lot. It has to be flat, and so... But unless you're like this, you're fine. You know? Hello! And so here's all that. Overwrite. I will go now and just put the coat back on. Actually, though, it doesn't look too bad. Does it really match with other things? Not really. Is it a little bit of a hodgepodge of everything? Yeah. See, it doesn't seem to clip with anything and all that. And for these, you can go and add bones to it. The bones are like in hair and all that. What allows it to move? Like how you can see my ponytail moves like that. It's because the hairs themselves have bones in them. Otherwise, they wouldn't move. As you can see, my bangs, they don't move at all. There's no bones in them. You come over to hairstyle here. It is called Edit Hair Bounce. Come here, and it has this. You can auto-generate ones. You can do this here. I will sometimes go through if I'm going to add bones. So like when we go do the normal hair, I'll go through and I'll actually name these just a little bit. Just so I'm not seeing freehand group 1, freehand group 2, and having to guess what it is. If I go and click on them, it will highlight them, and so you will know what it is. But just to make it a little easier so you're not clicking through each one of them and just like being like, what is what here? Horns, I will not add bounce to, because horns are rigid and don't move. Earrings, can add bounce to. I haven't, but we'll give it a try, see how it looks. You know? My thing is I don't want them to start, like, swaying as if it's, like, a piece of paper. I want them only to move at one point. I guess I could try. See? You see? Bones, for me, were the hardest thing to figure out. And so, goes without saving, doesn't matter. And so, but, yeah, bones were one of those things that were the hardest thing to figure out. But I think it's also one of those things, once you get it, it's like, oh, I think I can just do this now. Those, to me, are the most annoying things possible. Is things that are hard to figure out, but once you get it, it's like, damn it, I actually understand this now. Like, it's not as hard anymore. Let me come here. Save. A little bit of that going. Gonna wait for it to save. See how that menu stayed up for a while? That is it loading. And I guess I'll say it again as well. Vroid, when saving, will sometimes... You can't actually see it right now, but above this, where it will say Vroid Studios, and then the version, and then it'll give you the name of whatever you named your model. Sometimes it will say not responding after you click save. It is not actually not responding. It is just saving, and it is a wonderful quirk of Vroid. I've never had Vroid not actually not respond, actually force close, none of that kind of stuff, and all of that. I also found too, though, that the more it has to save, the longer that window of it trying or in the process of saving is going to be. So maybe just save more throughout it, and you'll have less issues. And also, I think maybe the more you have going on. Vroid right now has been doing it each time, but that's, I think, because I am also streaming while doing that. And so, a lot of things don't like when you stream. So, yes. So far, here's our go full look here. Here, what I'll do, because I'm trying to think, it is already 2:30. I don't want to start on anything else big, so like the actual hairstyle or things like that. Let's come here so I can take that off. So I don't want to start on anything big like that just because those take a while. I'm trying to think. You know what we can do? I don't know what it's going to pop up. Let's go over to the eyeline. There, it swapped out the eyeline because I clicked new. Edit texture. This one actually happens to be brown, which is very odd. What we'll do is now I will just kind of get rid of that. Go to red. This one shouldn't take very long to sketch out. You look at the shape of that eye. I'm going to pop this up. Let me look at it real quick. Very flat. Eyeline doesn't extend past that one. Why is it being that way? It should. Yeah, it definitely does. Kind of just like this. Scrolling on the texture now. I'll flatten it out. Where's the end? I have my brush too tiny. That could be definitely it. You can see here that this is where the eye ends. There's our curve. If I take doing that. Let's now back to pen. Above. I want it angular. Is this too? Put our symmetry tool back on, and I'll actually go over this. Make it go up. That. Down. Not as much of an angle down. Just fill this in. Let's turn that off. Take our eraser real quick. Normally I can draw on the eyes. That's how I've done like this one and all that. I don't know why it's being stubborn right now. That's fine, I guess. How did I have... Did I have any part of it going down? I did have some of it going down. Back over this way. Nope, not eraser. Normal one. There we go. That's how I want that to be. Take our eraser and try to fix right here. Like going silent trying to get this line right. Okay, look at that. I think that eye line looks fine. Maybe it's a little thin on that side, but I think it's fine because I want to add lower lashes. You guys get to see every time I need to look at my sketch. Come back up to here. Let's grab the red again. Sketch up here. Add. Why are these lines not appearing? Because it's not visible? It's because... There we go. Let's use that as our... And... I didn't think I would be going silent trying to concentrate doing this, but apparently the eyes was more difficult than I thought they would be. Okay, I think that works. Come back here. No. So let's come here. Make this actually 5. I can get a better control over this. Zoom in on the face. Of the eye. Make this triangle like a triangle. A really fat triangle. I don't actually want it like that. Let's just go like this. Then force it to be smaller. For that. Then eraser just to fix this triangle up. There we go. There we are. Now there's a proper eye line. I hope the triangles turned out well. I don't actually normally add like those kind of lower lash lines, but I did and I thought they looked fine, and so I hope they turned out well here. So now go right. And this will be the last thing we do for today. I had to look at the time real quick. I was saying before, I don't want to start anything super big because we're already at like 2:45. And so I'll show off the model. I will show more of this area later on. This is called the photo booth by clicking the little camera that's over here. I want to come... This is actually where I make my thumbnails. So let's actually go like this so we can get a better look. Let's... More of a neutral gray. I just wanted to... Here to... Go off. Our model. I want to turn off the blinking. Turn off blinking. There we go. Make it look better. Let's go anti-aliasing. High. There we go. So, there's that. Go poses. There we are. What is the other pose? What is the one here? This one. And see, this kind of clipping with this kind of sleeve is going to happen. I'll show this more when... Oh, there's like pieces down here. This must be from the cape. But I'll show more how this works at the end. We'll also be using this one at the end as well. I guess we could have done it now since we kind of finished the outfit. Oh, there's a line here too. Look at that. I'll have to get all that too. But we could have used it today because this is where I would test if clothing is clipping through each other. So like they're not on animation 1. Animation 2. There is a like walking animation. See if things are clipping. Also a running animation. So you can see. Like you can see all these bits that we missed going like that. But yeah. There we go. Now, save the jump scare, the model jump scare. Saving. There we go. Also, too, I should mention, you open it up, your model's not immediately there. You exit photo booth, things like that. Model's not immediately there. It's another Vroid quirk. It's there. It's just taking a second to load. Or what I always find is when you first load it up, kind of wants you to click on something else. So whether it's a new tab or something over here or something like that. And then it'll appear. Just being quirky like that. Let's see. Yes, here's our model. And that is going to be it. Did we really get to the hair like I thought we were going to? And what I think I named the stream after? I don't think so. I can close out of Vroid now. Things. Yes, I titled this Outfit and Hair. We touched the hair category, and I think that counts. And so... let me now... Here. So for lives the rest of this week. Before I start chatting and forget to say this, we have one more stream this week. It is tomorrow, Friday, at 12 p.m. CST. We will be fighting Sans. Hopefully doing better, but I can't promise any of that. And so, there. And that is that for things I need to say. So, this is really taking longer than I thought it would of making one. So, keep wanting to say it's like, oh, eventually we'll get to the part where we're done in Vroid and we can go into the Unity, and then it keeps being an entire another stream. But after the hair, after we finish the hair, which the hair could very well take another full stream. After that, it will end up probably... I guess we may mess with some accessories. And all that. But that's the next big thing we need to do. That is the next big thing we need to do. Or, all of that. No, people can't keep me here if I don't want to. You can't get people, Hypercube. Nope. But yes. Eventually, though, like I keep saying, and I will actually, let me re-grab my sticky notes so I can write it down. I will put Frida the art program in the description as well. Because I keep mentioning it, so if people want to. So, before it's there, Krita is literally just spelled Krita. I wasn't typing it on my keyboard. Why I said it, just to make sure. Your determination will not matter. You cannot keep me here. But yes, so it will go in description. All that kind of stuff. I'll actually gotta see if mine's fully up to date because I can't tell you the last time I updated it. But, you know. But other than that. Out of curiosity, will you be willing to do reactions videos? I don't know. Reactions are... I don't know. I don't know if there's something I would do. But who knows? Maybe one day. But right now, there's not really a plan for them. You can find Krita on, my brain shut off trying to read that. Was that a ton of dank Undertale memes? No. No. See, Krita also has, as well, Krita also has its own website where you can download it as well. It is krita.org. And so it's literally... Yeah, I just want to make sure if I just type that in and not just read the URL, it should take me there. Yes, it does. You just type in krita.org. It will take you to the Krita page where you then can download it. The latest update was last month? Yes. Meaning I need to update it because just say I'm a little out of date. But you know. Yeah, so, but I'll make sure that goes into the descriptions. I will go back and put it in the descriptions of all these previous ones. And then I'll put it in like this one and the ones going forwards. See, would you be willing to play a little horror? That depends. Certain horror, no. Other horror, or what is considered the genre of horror, I don't think is very scary. And so, it really just depends. Who knows? Hypnotica? Maybe. I've written a lot of these down. Yeah, I'll just keep writing them down though. Yeah. But Alien Isolation. Okay, let's write all of these. But for horror games, if I ever do play them, I'll just let you fully know that I am a little bitch when it comes to certain things. And so, you know, it's something. Yeah. Writing more of these down. I'm gonna... If you keep on writing them, though, to keep me here, I'll just write them down after stream, as I can still see chat even after I end stream. And so... See, as well, it's not long, but very interesting. Okay. No one watches someone play horror games because they're stoic. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I also don't think someone wants to watch someone sit in the starting room in a corner being like, is it... You good? It's like, nothing's happening, right? If I don't move, nothing happens. So some people are stoked with them, and those are fun to watch too, because you actually kind of get to see the game. You wanted to see it some. But if you take the fact that Slime Rancher got me to scream, no, just say, there's your thing. All I have to say about that. Someone tell me which one it was. Oh, the Slime Rancher scream, the one I screamed at was last time. Literally was yesterday. It was hectic. It was hectic. It was in, the wilds. Yeah, it was in the wilds. It wasn't like a, oh my goodness, like, scream like that. But it was still that nonetheless. First time I've ever screamed on stream. Those words are very close together. And so, yes. Like, a little early to leave now. Give us some of my... It is almost 3, though. The Lauren Z-side when she played at Parasocial, her scream was legendary. I don't know if I've seen that one. And I also don't watch much horror. You know? Again, some horror is fine. Some horror is not really horror. Like when I played Lethal Company a few months back. Technically, I think that's a horror game. Not really. Though, you probably could get some few fear jumps out of it, actual. But like, in terms of, I guess, scary, yeah. Okay, how much money do you need to play a super scary horror game? No. No. Super scary? No. You can't pay me to do certain things. I have my limits. Who knows? We'll have to start with normal horror and all that and then see. Who knows? But yes. And Lethal Company is def comedy horror. It really is. Though I have not played the new version 50 or version 55 either. And so I do want to maybe play some like solo Lethal Company. And we'll see if I get scared that way. Some of the new ones are something. Like the whatever the fox is, the kidnapper fox or whatever it is. And then some of those... Maybe something. See, how much for you to play Ninja Dark Descent? And Little Misfortune? Little Misfortune is... I guess Little Misfortune is technically horror, isn't it? So, I want to consider Little Misfortune one of those. See. How about you play Minecraft again? I do want to play Minecraft some more. Minecraft with horror mods? Oh my god. You're just waiting for some horror, aren't you? Next time I play Minecraft, it will be a new world. And so, we'll see eventually when that happens. We'll have to see. We'll have to see when that happens because right now, all my stream time is like the 3 games I'm currently playing. But if Sans' fight ends up taking much longer, you know, It may end up not being every Friday and every other Friday, like Cult of the Lamb is and Slime Rancher, just so I can play other games. How about speedruns? I don't speedrun. Couldn't tell you the first thing to start with doing that. So I like just playing Minecraft normally, gathering things and all that. This time I plan on not, like, digging myself into a hole when it comes to things. And so hopefully then. See, how about a cute, like, spooky jump scare mansion? That one. Actually, very little jump scares. I know which game you're referring to. It is not the first time it's been brought up. I'm pretty sure you brought it up the last time as well. It is one of those games where I'm like, I remember when it was brought up because I'm like, oh, spookies, I don't know that one. And then afterwards I looked it up and I'm like, I know this game. I know this game. And so, yep, can't fool me with some of these. It's like, I may not play horror games, know much about certain horror games, but I know about the horror games. I can tell you titles of horror games. And I'm like, that's definitely a horror game. And so, yeah. But yeah, we'll have to see. Because it may be weird about the fact that I'm, like, planning or thinking of Halloween here in the middle of July. If I want things prepped, I have to start it early. You're not supposed to research horror games? Well, when I typed it in Steam and I clicked on it, I'm like, I recognize this game. So I don't know how much research that one is. I just clicked on it and I'm like, I've seen this game before. Halloween is every month if you want. It really can be. I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. But with Halloween coming up, who knows? Maybe I'll play some spooky games during October. I make no promises. Make no promises for any horror game. But I'll think about it. That as much as you're gonna get from me when it comes to a horror game is I'll think about it. And so, you know what I'll do is I will just come over to community post, and I'm going to just make a community post asking for game suggestions, and then you can put your game suggestions there. If I can remember how to spell suggestions. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. There we go. Now there's a community post. And so, if you have games, suggestions, put it there. And it doesn't have to just be horror like what we're talking about. If you have any game suggestions, put them there. Mr. Hop's Playhouse. That one I don't know. Yeah. So, there is that. Now... okay. There we go. So. I think I'm gonna start ending stream. So. See. I will feed Wisp either from you or another. I won't get my dose of fear from someone. Well, good luck on getting your dose of fear. 1 second. Hello, I am back. I got a phone call from my sibling. And so I am back now. But that should be a cue that I should probably start ending stream. You know? But yes. I'm gonna stop reading all the all the game selections that are going on. If you have any game selections, put it in the community post that I made. And so that will be the end. It is the very end of the stream. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully, we'll get further along in our model next time. Maybe beat Sans Friday. I'm sure whatever horror game you stream, you'll love it. Well, I hope so. When eventually I do a horror stream. But now let's go. Thank you all for watching. You have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.